Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to go over four logics nodes. The reason I said three is because this one can turn into this one when you push plus. Jumping ahead a little bit there, but we're going to go over four logics nodes today. They've all got Lerp in the title, so I'm calling this video the Lerpings, the Slurpings, the Lerpings. It's quite a sort of comical thing to say. I myself was confusing these earlier today, and there was a user looking for, I think, this one, and they were using this one, and so I thought I'd go over all of them today and show you what they're useful for. They're super useful just to start us with animation, and I have a setup in this world kind of in sort of each corner that goes over each of them. I'm going to wire up the setup and of course publish that world to my tutorial world folder so you can come in and take a look. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with Smooth and Constant Lerp because those are the ones which Smooth, I believe, like most people have already used, or if you've used one of the gadgets in sort of public folders, etc. There's a Smooth Lerp node somewhere in those that it's used quite a lot, and Constant Lerp. So let's take a look at Smooth Lerp and Constant Lerp. So I have a setup over here with Smooth Lerp and Constant Lerp setup. It's partially set up so that we can complete it. It's just so that there's a learning opportunity for you to take a look at some other things whilst we go. So I have two cylinders here, a red cylinder and a blue cylinder. We're going to make the red cylinder the Smooth Lerp cylinder and the blue cylinder the Constant Lerp cylinder. On the left here, I've pulled out an interface card for logics for the cylinder mesh itself. I'm going to do that for the blue cylinder, just so you know how to do it. So select it with the dev tooltip, open the inspector, find the word cylinder mesh, grab that, and then drop it next door. And there you go. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to close the logics node there, and we're going to go ahead and spawn another item as well. So we grab the dev tooltip, create new object, Neos UI, numeric up down, and we'll flip that around so we can see the front of it. Now the reason we're using numeric and up and down is it allows us to quite rapidly change a number from all the way from 10 to 0 very quickly without much fuss. And so we're going to go ahead and inspect that as well. So inspect the middle of it, you'll be on the text. Go up to the root of it, and you'll see numeric up down here. On the numeric up down slot, find the word Neos numeric up down, grab it with the logics tooltip, drop it in the world, and it's going to make a big card, so we're just going to put that there nice and nestled. And then we should be done with inspectors. I might need to pop one open again for this example, but we'll take a look. So I'm going to go and take this value node here, I'm going to put our logics tooltip into it and drag it into the top of the Smooth Lerp and the Constant Lerp node. And then we're going to go ahead and drop the output of Constant Lerp into the height of this cylinder, and the output of Smooth Lerp into the height of this cylinder. So what do these nodes do? Now that we've got this set up, we can start showing you. So Smooth Lerp and Constant Lerp will interpolate, which means basically move a number between where it currently is and a target number at a certain speed. Smooth will do it in a smooth way, so you can sort of imagine smoothly, and then constantly will do it very sort of constantly. I'm not sure if my hands did it justice there, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a pen as well. And I can draw what that might look like on, say, a graph of some kind. This is also, I believe, from the person who asked the question, so this is a good example where we can show it. So a Smooth Lerp of a value going down would kind of curve downwards, whereas a Constant Lerp would just be a straight line downwards. So with that said, the second part of both Smooth Lerp and Constant Lerp is the speed. So I have this set to 0, which isn't actually going to do much. What we're going to do here is set this to something measurable like 0.1, and now we're going to increase this to 1. And you'll see here that the red cylinder is increasing quite much more slowly than the blue cylinder, but they're both going to the same rate, and that's because this one's curving down. I didn't draw that very well, but it's curving downwards. Let me try this one more time. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So it's curving down, whereas this is like a straight value, straight the way down. Here I'm going to up the speed again, so I'm going to up the speed to something ridiculous, say 1, and then we're going to go to 2. And you'll see they still were slower, so Constant Lerp did it faster than Smooth Lerp. Go back down again. Let's go up real high. Feel free to play around with this. You can change the speed. You can go to like sort of ridiculous numbers, and then you won't really see it. It'll just jump around. You can go to really slow numbers, like say 0.05, and then it's going to take quite a long time to go between them. They're moving. It's just kind of imperceptible. You can see the blue one moving because it's a bit faster. Let's raise that speed up a lot and let those finish. And there we go. So this setup will be in the published world. Feel free to play around with it. It makes for a super cool visualization of both the things going up and down. You can smooth lerp pretty much anything. You can smooth lerp volume, shape keys, loudness. You can smooth lerp, I think, other data types. I think, let's double check actually. If we take this, smooth lerp, steal that. No, okay. Can only smooth lerp floats. Cool. No worries. So you can only smooth lerp floats, so keep that in mind. But you can smooth lerp any type of float. So here we have the radius as well. We could also plug in the radius here and then move these apart. Oh, it's a bit radius. So smooth lerp radius in. And then you'll see when I change this value, not only does the cylinder change in size, but it also changes in its radius as well. I'm going to disconnect that for the published world, so you'll just see the two cylinders going up and down. That's it for Smooth Lerp and Constant Lerp. Let's go back to our center, wherever we are. Here we are. So next is Lerp and Multi-Lerp. I'm doing them kind of separately. So we've got Lerp over here. And once again here I've got a couple of things set up, but it's not complete. So we can kind of go along and set up, finish it ourselves. So here on the left here, I have a red ball connected with a line to a green ball, and then we've got a blue cube as well. For each of these objects, I've pulled out their interface card, except for the green ball, so I'll do that now. Inspect, go to the sphere, and then pull out its interface card, and then we are done with inspectors, so we can go back to our node selector menu, and in math, we'll see here. Lerp, there it is. All of these operators are in math, by the way. I didn't show you them because I spawned them out to start with. So here we are as Lerp. And so for Lerp, we're going to put the red ball's position into the first part and the green ball's position into the second part. And then for our final value, the output, we're going to put that into the position of the blue cube. Now you'll see that the blue cube has gone to the red ball. And if I pull out this and then hit secondary, I've got an input. And I can set this to a number between 0 and 1. So if I set this to 0.5, you'll see we're halfway along the line. So halfway between the red ball and the green ball. I can also move these along a bit. You'll see that the blue cube jumps around a little bit. That's when I've got it grabbed. When I let go, it will adjust. And it will always be at the center point along that line there. I can also go ahead and set this to 1, and you'll see it's at the green ball. You can combine this node with the Smooth Lerp node to have a nice effect. What you do here is you put Smooth Lerp between the target position and the Lerp value that goes in the bottom here. So we can say, hey, move at 0.1 speed, and you'll see here that it's now smoothly going between the red ball and the green ball. This is very much similar to the tween node I showed off. In some regards, the tween node is more powerful in that it can handle complex operations with sort of less nodes, and it can also have more control over the shape of the node, of the transition of the animation with the shaping functions here. So if we now set this to, I don't know, 0.5, you'll see it goes all the way back down. So that's the Lerp node for you. If you hit the plus icon on the Lerp node, it will turn into a Multi-Lerp, and I actually have the Multi-Lerp set up over here. So the Multi-Lerp once again is found in maths, so node selector maths, and here I've got the pink ball, the red ball, and the green ball, and then an orange cube that's just in the way of the sun, which is unfortunate. I should have figured that one out before I started recording. That's fine. So here we're going to plug the red ball into the first position, the pink ball into the second position, whoops, and the green ball into the last position. And then we're going to plug the output into the orange cube. Now I'm going to drag out a node from the Lerp value here, secondary, so I can edit it. And then again here, let's set this to 0.5 and see what happens. You might think that we should be somewhere in the middle between these two lines, but the way that the multi-lerp works is it will go between 0 and 1 times the number of inputs that you have. So I have 2 inputs here, which means the maximum we can go to is 2. So if I go to 2, it'll be at the green cube. If we had 3, the max that this would go to is 3. So you can add another ball down here and hit plus there and then hook it up to there. And then 3 would be the ball that would be down here in a kind of zigzag. So here if I do, say, 1.75, or maybe 1.5, you'll see that it's in the middle between the pink ball and the green ball. Once again, you can use Smooth Lerp to hook this up. So you chuck the target Lerp value in between our, you chuck Smooth Lerp in between our target Lerp value and the multi-Lerp. And then you do a speed. And you'll see it moves between the two. Let's up that speed a bit. There we go. That's multi-lerp for you. So now we've covered multi-lerp. Lerp is over there, and then Smooth Lerp and Constant Lerp are right here. That's all the nodes I wanted to cover today. You can find them all in math. I'll just quickly show you that as well. So node menu is math. Lerp is there, Smooth Lerp is there, and then Constant Lerp's up there. These are sort of alphabetical. Actually, I think they are exactly alphabetical. Sometimes they aren't. There is also a SLerp node. I'm not covering that one today. To be honest, I spawned it and I saw quaternarians, and I thought that was another video for that one. So if you're wondering what this one does, take a look, play with it yourself, but I'm not going to be covering it today. I hope those helped. I will publish this world as like Lerping stuff in my tutorial world folder, and you can take a look. I will see you soon for another video. Let me know what you think. Bye-bye.